Welcome back to Don's Life. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining today. I got Mrs. Don's Life here with me. We just got back from a rally. So I've got some notes here and we're going to talk about our first rally experience. I want to cover some of the high points, the low points. There were several low points, believe it or not. I want to give some insight into our experience because if you've never done a rally before, we certainly hadn't. This was our first.
Had no idea what to expect.
No idea what to expect. This might give you an idea. So let's go. Again, I got my notes here. You might be wondering, what is a rally? You may have heard of one of the most popular, Gumball 3000. That's where people will pay to have their supercars or hypercars flown to destinations around the world. They'll tour with those cars in big groups of, people enjoying fancy restaurants, scenery, various things.
On our bucket list, maybe one day.
It's a big bucket list. In our area, we have some rallies called Fuel Run, Pinnacle, Alpha, Royal Rally, Redline. There's really dozens more. We're in kind of Western Central Canada. So all rallies can be different. Some will have like scavenger hunts. Some you'll just collect points, solving riddles, working in teams. In our case, it was more about the ride, getting to know some people, really the scenery, really good company overall.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic.
We had some activities that were pre-booked. And we drove our BMW M4 and we didn't feel outclassed. I think that was a big one for me. This is my first rally. I didn't want to put a sports car in it that I ended up finding out that I was the only sports car like under $100,000 and everyone else there was into, supercars and maybe the odd hypercar. That wasn't the case. So I feel that this one is well balanced. There was a McLaren there and then there was, Mustangs and BMWs and things like that. So I felt really good about it and I felt that I was in place. Did you feel out of place on it?
No.
No,
there was like 3 BMWs, I think.
Yeah, 3 BMWs.
Couple Chargers, one of those.
I'm not even going to comment. You'll see in the footage. Now, depending on the organization, they may require a certain level of vehicle, but that wasn't our experience. I would say, though, that your vehicle needs to be capable of high performance. If we were to drive my truck, my AT4, or her Escalade,
no,
we wouldn't have been able to keep up with the pace of how things were going. And we're just going to talk about pace today. We're not going to talk about speeds.
No, we weren't speeding.
No. Anyway, I was not speeding. I was following the flow of traffic. If they happen to be going a little over, then...
The 9 of us were the flow
is.
of traffic, and whatever we were doing, we were just following it.
Sounds good. So last minute, getting back to the point, we joined Alpha Rally. We knew one of the people that was helping partner for this event, at least in this specific rally, and that was our only in. He just let us know about it. We paid our entry fee. It was close to $3,000 Canadian, and it came with a package basically built for you to go with a bunch of people, whoever signs up, and they limited it to, I think, 20 cars. We ended up going just down with 9 because it was very last minute, and that was one of the things that kind of probably eliminated a lot of people from coming. Was it's the first or second week of back to school. People our age, a lot of them have kids. We have 4 daughters. Good news is ours are young adults, so they were able to kind of take care of themselves, and we could make it happen. So I think that that's what kind of excluded some people, was just the timing of the event, and it was
people's holidays were just ending. Probably.
Yeah, people were finishing summer holidays, so a little bit of short notice. Costs can vary. This rally included pretty much all the accommodations.
Which were fantastic.
Yeah, they're really good. I'd say the last day was maybe not fantastic.
The last day wasn't great, but...
But because it was last minute, I don't think there was a lot of options. And I got to give credit where credit is due. Those small towns or small cities, when you're getting, far away from the big city centers, even the best hotels are usually subpar compared to what you would find in a major city.
We've learned that.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes you just need somewhere to put your head and get some sleep and move on. So, like I said, costs can vary. All of this stuff was included. You do need to buy a radio, or I would recommend having a radio because you want to be in contact with the other vehicles. You're not going to be able to use your cell phones while driving. So having a radio or like a CB type radio type thing would be good.
Even a lot of times there's no service, so you can't use your cell phone.
Mine was a ham compatible radio. I don't know the name of it. I don't have it near me, but you'll see it in the video. And even better if you could put like an auxiliary antenna and like a magnet one that sticks to the roof so you have even better range. That can work. We didn't have one. We couldn't find one in time. But all good. It worked out well and we had fun. There are some out-of-pocket expenses though. Fuel, obviously. I don't know the exact dollar amount I spent, but we must have stopped minimum a dozen times. But most of it was top-ups. We never like ran empty. We were always about half a tank, third of a tank, 2/3 a tank, like in that area.
And gas is just cheaper there anyway.
Gas is less expensive in the United States of America for some reason, even though we also make a lot. So now we're going to share with you our experience. You get to live vicariously through us to see what a rally may be like. Let's go. My neighbors must hate me. It's gonna be a tight squeeze. We're good. I can't get through there. Well, we can try. All right, working out's paying off. We're just waiting for the missus. All right, Mrs. Dawn's Life, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready for an adventure?
Big adventures.
How many of these people do you know?
Not a one.
Not a one?
Sean.
We know Sean.
Yeah.
How do we know him?
From your car stuff.
My car stuff.
RDS.
That's how she identifies what I do with my free time. Your car stuff.
Car stuff.
Well, I guess that's supportive. All right, so day one, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail or the video description below, this rally was to Vegas and back from Canada. Officially, it started in Great Falls, Montana, but the organizers are in Alberta, we're in Saskatchewan, a neighboring province. So they all joined up in Calgary and they drove together in a caravan all the way down to Great Falls, Montana, where we were going to meet them. Now, this should have only taken about 7 hours.
Should have.
Should have. And we say that emphatically because what a stressful first day.
An adventure?
An adventure for sure. But if this rally was based on our first day, would you ever do one again?
No. Thank
So
God
if
we
any
got
rally
there.
was like this, you wouldn't do it again, is what I'm
No.
trying to say.
I was ready to turn around after the first 4 hours.
Yeah, it was something else. We're not going to give any spoilers. You're going to have to watch some of the footage. But the goal was to get to Great Falls really before dinner time, get the car washed, meet everybody for the first time because we don't know anybody except for one of the people that was helping organize it. And, you know, just to get a little more comfortable with everybody so we could work into the next day and really just start the rally off on the right foot. One thing you need to know about Saskatchewan is
It's all farms. It's just farmland.
it's farms and some oil field activity. And then more farms.
You might see a little rolling hill.
Yeah, old cows, you know, livestock, things
Some
like
deer.
that.
We saw some deer.
Yeah, but we did, and yeah, we sure did. Alive and not alive.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, you'll cross some water, maybe a little bridge, maybe a left turn here and a right turn there.
Barely.
Pretty straight. But the nice thing is, my M4 is very courteous, and it reminds us to
Get coffee.
stop for coffee.
Which means Starbucks.
Which means Starbucks. So I'll participate in Starbucks, no
so
problem.
we had to find a Starbucks. That was in the itinerary that we had to find the Starbucks on our way everywhere.
Yeah, and there's not many. She plans them all out. It would not be a road trip without a stop to Starbucks. What do you got there?
An oat latte?
Say it all.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I do.
It's so long. It's a no.
The label is like the whole cup. But there's Starbucks, and we are headed to the border crossing. Let's go. We finally roll into the village of Climax, a little small community right before the border crossing. If you watch some of my other social media, you'll know what we encountered. But watch this.
Oh, one just flew into. Oh my god.
Those, I don't know if you guys can see these dots on camera.
Look at the one on the windshield. Look.
Yeah, but Look on the side. I'll go really slow.
Oh my god.
That is all grasshoppers.
They keep hitting the window. Oh my
It
goodness.
is like the apocalypse over here.
Oh my
What's your
God.
reaction?
Oh, I'm so freaking out. This is brutal. Oh, we're just running them over and killing them.
Okay, we're just pulling up to the border crossing. I don't even want to see the front of the car right now. I'm sure it is all legs
And mustard ketchup.
and torsos and heads. We're probably doing the farmers a favor.
Port closed. Why is the port closed?
Seriously?
What?
9 to 5, Monday to Friday?
What?
Are you serious?
How do we...
We gotta find another one. We gotta head west.
Oh my god, seriously?
So we have a problem. This border crossing is closed on Saturday. Wow, I can't even watch that again.
You were pretty frustrated by that point.
I was. You just tell them what we did.
It was a secondary
highway. Yeah, like a secondary highway. Our primary highways here are,
Iffy at that.
yeah, at best.
So at that point, we had no cell service or very little cell service. We were able to call one of our kids, get her to go on Google Maps and try and find us a different border crossing that was close. I think there was one that was close, but we had to do a north, west, back
Yeah.
south. It would have taken another 4 hours, or we wouldn't have made it. Actually, they closed at 5, so we wouldn't have made it. So she found a little back road for
Well,
us.
she didn't even find the back road. I found it
yeah,
on the
the
GPS, and it even said that it was like a.
Highway.
So we're taking these secondary highways, and they happen to be gravel. Yay, yay for us. And the ruts in the road were so high. It's harvest season. There's tractors and probably just big trucks and trailers using those roads. Funny thing is, we saw one vehicle in 2 hours. I don't know how much they're using those roads. Regardless, loose gravel, the front of the car. We have all the intercoolers there, the radiators. Already they're full of grasshoppers. And just to upset the grasshoppers, we decided to throw gravel in their faces because the car's so low, there's peaks like this, it's scooping gravel, like filling it up like a shovel. So what I had to do to avoid that, and I wasn't able to completely avoid it, was try and drive on top of the ruts, but then the vehicle is like sloshing around like this because this gravel is like 1 inch round gravel. It's not like finely crushed. And let's just roll some of the footage. You'll see a detour comes up. You'll see all the life in my face just drain and drain. But have a look. We're on a gravel road. My lip, I have to be careful not to shovel gravel because of the ridges in the road. These ridges are excessive, so I gotta drive on top of them. It's been an adventure, all right. Not the kind I'd recommend at this point. I think we just traveled about 100 kilometers of loose gravel with ruts and peaks.
Washboards.
I don't even want to see the front of my car right now. I hope when we power wash it that it's not demolished. Oh, the pavement was short-lived.
What?
Now we're back
Why?
on gravel.
Why would they even do that?
Oh my God. I'm depressed, my friends. Please be pavement soon. Nope. Next intersection, will we get pavement?
Kilometers. Turn left.
Nope. This is brutal to the point where it's laughable.
It's something. It's something. I don't know if it's laughable.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Well, you get to sit in the comfort of your home or wherever you're at and not have to deal with this. Oh, can you hear that? Ugh. So it looks like if they're working on pavement in front of us, but as our luck would have it, road closed. Now we have to go north, which is the exact opposite direction of where we need to be. WTF.
Well, you remember you wanted to go
Look at
off-roading?
this. Like, are we on Mars?
How is this a highway? This is Saskatchewan Highway 18. Oh no, we detoured. We had to detour.
Yeah, we had the detour because of that closed road, but this isn't gravel. This is a dirt road that somebody plowed.
In the middle of a farmer's field.
Oh, this is Mars. This is Mars on Earth, right here. We saw 3 deer over there and they were looking at us like we're tourists.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, did one get in here?
no.
Oh.
Grasshoppers. Can't have the window down. And wouldn't you know it, more gravel.
Continue for 4 kilometers.
They're teasing us. They had dark gravel and they had light gravel.
Oh, I thought you meant this.
But this turn up here might be paved. Finally, after 2 hours, we reached some pavement. And I thought I was imagining this. I thought I was imagining it. Like, almost like a mirage in the desert. We finish each other's sentences. Well, we think we may have stumbled upon some sort of civilization. Because we're starting to see vehicles without dust clouds behind them.
We're starting to see vehicles.
Yeah,
Just a vehicle.
we saw one vehicle, one van in the last 2 hours. I almost want to get out and kiss the ground. It's true.
Oh my god.
Pavement, my friends. Oh,
Continue on Saskatchewan 13 west for 28 kilometers.
Oh. It's not the best looking pavement, but it's the best we've seen in a while, so we'll just take it.
yeah, we'll take any pavement we can get. Okay, off to the border crossing. I can't even tell them, you tell them.
It was just a lie. It was a big joke. They played on us. Biggest joke ever.
We had 500 feet of pavement.
I don't even think it was that far.
Oh. How can this be a border crossing that's open
On a weekend.
7 days a week, but the one that we went to the first time was closed?
And it was on pavement.
And it was paved all the way.
It was a high.
So more gravel. We really just felt like turning around. Earlier in the video, we talked about just after the first 4 hours, we're like, we're done. The trip's non-refundable though. So we just pressed on.
And we really wanted to go to Vegas.
We really wanted to go to Vegas. So we finally reached real pavement. We didn't get out and kiss the ground even though we felt like it. But then we had another problem, this time with the car. Well, I feel like the boy that cried wolf, but it looks like we got some pavement again.
Holy cow. Oh.
Yeah.
And there's actually lines on the road.
Yeah, okay. I think we'll be okay here, but we got some bad news. We actually lost a sensor or something because of all the gravel. Right down there, you can see we don't have our suspension control options anymore,
Continue for 29 kilometers.
but we got pavement. So
Oh, nice, new, beautiful, wonderful, lovely, super black pavement.
I'm pretty sure if we wash the car, turn it off for a while, that hopefully just the sensor will be okay.
Loose stones, you don't know nothing about loose stones.
No. She's in a mood over here.
I don't get hangry, but I'm starting to feel hangry. I ate dinner last night.
Angry.
Like almost.
All right, babe, attempt number 2 to cross the border.
Oh, please be open. Please be open. Please be open. I see vehicles.
I see vehicles. Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Oh.
Well, we'll catch up with you on the other side. finally leave the border crossing. What do we have in front of us?
Pavement for miles.
Pavement for miles.
For
Things
miles.
are smooth. You could put on lipstick if you wanted. Like, you could really just relax. We listen to a podcast. We don't hear like gravel under the tires. So smooth, luxury drive.
Yes.
But we have a goal. We need to wash the car, and we need to wash it quick. We have lumps, like lumps. Pass me that container. We could fill this 5 or 6 times, maybe more.
Oh,
not joking.
easily, like 10 times for sure.
Yeah, with grasshoppers. Like, just.
I'm never gonna look at those nuts like ever again the same.
How do you normally look at nuts? So anyway, we have to find a car wash. We roll into Havre. It's got to be Havre.
I'm sure that's what it is.
We do a pre-car wash because I'm afraid of overheating. I've got grasshoppers blocking the intercoolers. Like, we're talking, you're thinking, like they're just kind of smashed up against the radiator and it's like, you know, a thin film of carcasses. No, we're talking like 4 or 5 inches, 6 inches in some spots, just lumps of grasshoppers blocking everything.
And handfuls of grasshoppers.
My temperature gauge stayed nominal, so I was happy with that, but I was afraid it could change. It's hot outside still this time of year, so we power washed as much as we could out. Didn't get the car clean, but we just wanted to, you know, do some maintenance and clean that up a little bit.
I'm pretty sure the people that own that car wash hated us.
Yeah. Here's some of the footage, us just stopping in Havre, washing the car, getting some food. Enjoy. Hey, hon. Do you think that guy will let us go under him?
It's a whole lot of machine right there.
We are in Havre, however you say it. We're gonna get out and look at the car. We're just gonna get something to fill our stomachs a little bit till we get to Great Falls. So let's look at the car. I'm scared. Let's start at the back. Oh my God, the wheels are caked. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there's still bugs all over it. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, you've got a pretty butterfly.
I can't believe how dirty it is. I mean, I can.
The wasps are having a heyday.
I bet. So we finally reached Great Falls. We have to wash the car again, but wash it properly and dry it, kind of detail it, because the next morning we got to put all our decals on. I was going to say decals because that's how a lot of Canadians say it.
Western Canadians. It's
So decals we're going to get put on the next morning. So we had to make sure it was clean. Well, my friends, we made it. We are in Great Falls, Montana. Got the car washed, had to wash it twice. And I have to tell you, it was not fun to wash. I probably spent $20 just in here. I couldn't even get it all clean. Have a look. Just absolutely disgusting. But other than that, the car looks good from far, but far from good. But I think we'll head over to the hotel now. I'll just go grab the wife, who's killing time at Hobby Lobby, because when in Great Falls. We finally get to the hotel, but now it's nightfall. We're tired. We're actually cranky because of the day that we had.
Oh, I was so hangry.
She was hangry.
There was no Starbucks open in Great Falls after 7 p.m. Like, who closes at 7 p.m. on a Saturday?
unless we wanted pub food or fast food, there was really nothing. Open. Like,
no, even the fast foods closed at 9.
yeah, well, some did. Like the sub shop that was right by the hotel, but I'm sure like McDonald's and things like that, which is what I ended up having, they're open later. All right, we made it. As you can see, there's some cars here already. Mine doesn't have the decals on it yet. Are you exhausted, hon?
So exhausted and tired.
We never had a proper meal. Hungry. We're just a mess. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you to Albertsons for being open, and I was able to get something healthy.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's pretty much day 1. Super stressful. We just wanted to get some sleep. We'll take you into day 2. Good morning. It is the official day of the rally, so it's day 2 for our trip. It has to go much better than yesterday. Let's go check it out. Okay, so we leave the hotel room. We are getting messages at this time on WhatsApp, so we have a WhatsApp group that we're included in, and everybody needs to meet downstairs for breakfast in the hotel, and we're gonna have our first meeting, and that's when they're gonna share the itinerary. Now, what you need to know about this itinerary is that we haven't seen it before. All we know is high-level stuff. We knew the first hotel that we were going to meet at. We knew that breakfast was going to be included, there'd be a meeting, and we knew that the focal point of this rally was staying at Caesar's Palace in Vegas for 3 nights. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Yep, so 3 nights. And we knew the major city stops on the way there and way back. But we didn't know which hotels. We didn't know which restaurants. We knew that we had to bring clothing to dress up for one of the fancier restaurants. So we're going into this really blind. And once we saw the itinerary put in front of us, that's when we started to feel more comfortable and less
knew what was
uneasy. So for those of you that like adventure and the mystery of what's going to come up, that definitely had an element of that with this rally.
I am not one of those people.
Yeah.
I'm very organized. I like to know what I'm doing every day.
Yeah, so I think a balance is probably okay. And
I was okay with this, though.
This had a good balance.
Yeah, I think so.
Good job, Alpha. So the next thing to do was to go outside and check out all the cars. So I'll show you a little bit of the car footage here. To get the decals put on the car. I didn't even have a say. They're just like, and they just put them all on. They asked me if the front window was straight with the Ticket Tossers logo. That was a brand new windshield, by the way. That's important because I might talk about it later. And we got all deckled up, and then our first stop was
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yes, and
highlight of my morning.
I feel bad for Starbucks because everywhere we stop when you're in a car rally is like an event, which is really cool when you stop in some of the small towns and the teenagers and stuff there just losing their minds.
Even the police,
Even
they liked it.
Hey, don't spoil, it's coming up. But regardless, Starbucks.
Yeah.
So finally you're on the road again, and this is where you have to get used to stopping for fuel all the time. Everyone's fuel economy is going to be different. I can get about 650 kilometers on a tank maybe. So what is that, like 400 miles roughly? Unless I'm driving hard, then it's, that diminishes, but there were vehicles in our pack that were burning half a tank before anybody else. That would be the blue one. Yes, the Mustang. That wide body Mustang was just tricked right out. So we're back on the road again. Back to that Mustang. Can you believe they kept their top down?
The whole way.
Yeah. All the way to Vegas.
And we thought it was super loud being behind them, but they said it's nothing inside. It's totally fine.
So the exhaust is obnoxiously loud, which fits the personality of the vehicle, so I'm not complaining. We are on our way to
Dylan.
Yeah, where are we now? Helena? Good to go. We got our radio up here.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yep, looks like it.
Yeah, they're doing all the talking for me. They're making my job easy. So we had another incident. Thankfully, it wasn't us. Day 1 had enough for us. This one happened to Ryan in the Kia. What happened?
So his radio antenna, the extra one that he was able to get, got caught in the wind and just tapped his back
Tap the glass.
window.
Well, here, I'll show you the footage. We solved the problem, as you can see, with extra rally decals and some duct
Duct
tape.
tape.
Duct tape always comes in handy.
Perfect, yeah.
Too bad, eh? You did a good job taping it up.
I know, it's not going anywhere now.
No, it's
Gonna
great.
finish the job.
So we finally arrived at the hotel in Salt Lake City after a long day of driving. Everyone kind of taking turns and just getting a different order of the cars. And that back window held up well, which is good. And we rolled into Salt Lake City. We got to the, was that the Marriott or 4 Points?
Yeah, 4 Points.
4 Points. We just had to get some food, spend some time with the group, getting to know them a little better because we just met a few of them, did some introductions over that breakfast that morning.
Yeah.
And then that was it. It was going to be off to Vegas the next day. So we're going to call this part 1 of the rally video. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. Make sure if you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well, because when we do the next part to this video, you won't want to miss it. We'll see you guys next time.